back, everyone. I'm here on my lunch break enjoying some good carrots and I'm drinking my coffee. I'm trying to do this quick because I gotta go to work in a few minutes. But I wanted to do this movie reaction for Knock at the Cabin right away now that the movie is still fresh in my mind. As always, I'm going to be giving a spoiler alert and just a heads up that this is just my perspective on how I see movies. And the movie for today, as I mentioned, is Knock at the Cabin. And before I even start, this movie does have a homosexual couple, a married man, two married men actually, and they have an adopted child. But that didn't bother me. I'm there to watch the movie, to learn from the story, and that's what I'm going to be talking about, is the story. And I'm not going to be bashing anybody, hating on anybody. I'm not going to be bringing my religious beliefs or any of that stuff. So if you're looking for a reaction that was going to be talking in depth regarding that, then this isn't this isn't the channel. I'm not going to be talking about that, but I'm going to be talking about other things which I found very interesting about the movie. With that being said, the first thing that I wanted to point out was in the first scene, you see the little girl, I believe, or in the beginning of the movie, the little girl, she's out in the field or in front of the cabin, and she's picking grasshoppers. And then this big guy, I forgot his name in the film, but he's played by Dave Bautista. He comes in and he gains her trust. He's very nice and, almost like a fatherly figure. He gains her trust and she allows him to play with her. And then very quickly they start playing games, and then she understands that he has other motives. He's not there just to play, but there's something going on which she's starting to see that, okay, maybe this guy isn't really my friend. I find that very interesting because in many high control groups, sadly, even religious communities, they gain your trust. They do this thing called love bombing. They bomb you with love. We're your friends. We're here for you. You need anything, we're here for you. But over time, you'll start to see that there are other motives underneath those kind words. And it even happens in relationships. I love you, baby. You're the only one. And then later on, you discover that there are lies and, lies after lies, and things aren't what they seem to be. So I found this interesting because that's one thing that, cults do. And, even in toxic relationships, that love bombing. And this movie did it, like love bombing, which sometimes takes a while. They did it like in 2 minutes. That they showed that progress of, gaining the trust, and then like right away the little girl starts having her spidey senses going off. And I just wanted to mention that first regarding the the love bombing, the trust being made. And damn, is that clock going off already? I gotta do this faster then. Another thing that I wanted to bring up, which was part of the movie, was 3 words that I wanted to bring up that were mentioned in the movie. First is empathy, tolerance is the second one, and the third one is choice. Because all of these words sound nice, and the I don't want to say the cultists, but the fanatics, I don't know how to really explain them. Well, these people who really believe in what they believe in, and they use these words, empathy, tolerance, and choice. However, in many of these religious communities or high control relationships, they say very nice things, and it's also, going back to the love bombing, very nice things, But is there really tolerance? Is there really empathy? And do you really even have a choice? And going back to my experience in the group that I was in, I remember the founder saying, if you stay in this community, if you become a priest in this group, you're going to be blessing your family. But if you leave, you're going to be hexed and you're going to be a misfit for the rest of your life. So, kind of like making a parallel with the movie and my own journey, because in my own journey, religious journey, I wanted to be a good person. I wanted to be a good, hopefully maybe one day a priest at that time. But you know, you have to make a decision. Is this the decision I want to make, to stay with this group? Or if you're in another group, let's say Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormons or whatever, there's so many groups. You join these things for, I'm thinking, for good intentions. You want to be a good person, a better person. But then when they tell you something like they told me, that if I leave, I'm going to, instead of bringing blessings to my family, I'm going to bring a curse. And that I'm going to be a misfit for the rest of my life. That God's not going to have any place for me because I don't fit into his plan. But if I stay, even though it might be abusive, even though it might be negative, even though there might be psychological abuse or injustices and humiliations, if I stay, then God's going to bless me. So you see, the problem there is, you know, going back to those three words, tolerance, empathy, choice. They're nice words, but that's all that it is. Words. Actions speak louder than words. And for those religious people, I mean, they preach a lot of those nice things, but I think it's high time that they start living up to their own standards. And finally, to end this up, because my lunch break is about to end in a few minutes, I think that, you know, sadly, there are some religious people who just want to see the world burn. They talk about tolerance, but they just want to see everyone else burn and get destroyed, and they want to see that everyone is punished because they don't believe exactly the way they do. Now, the movie doesn't go exactly like how I'm sharing it, but I'm just sharing it from my point of view. How it's so easy for, you know, for that family. They could have been like, well, screw the world. And they kind of do have that conversation, you know, forget everyone else. Look, they've been bad to us, you know, having that persecution that they had, you know, gone through as a gay couple. And but going back to the religious perspective, is that many religious just want to see everyone else punished. And I think that's very hypocritical, because you're talking about tolerance, you're talking about love, but then if you're not exactly fitting into our standards, according to these people, then God's not going to have a place for you. You're going to be, like they said to me, a misfit. Or maybe in other communities, other cults or religions, they say you're not good enough. So I just wanted to share that, because I think this movie was, it was an okay movie, but underneath, you know, I picked up a lot of tension for me, because, you know, the movie is all about choice, you know, and you have the choice to open the door, but in this movie they don't give them a choice. It's like you have a choice to open the door. If not, you know, we're gonna open it for you. It's like, you know, there's all these illusions that they're giving you. You know, they're making you think that they care and they want the best for you. But I don't know. It's the story was just interesting. I'm going to give this, I don't really give stars, but I'll give it a thumbs up. I thought it was a decent movie, and I wouldn't watch it again, but I thought it was a good movie. That's not a great movie, but it was all right. So that's it for today. Got to get back to work and finish the rest of this coffee really quick. Wish me the best, and peace out, y'all. Lates.